This is part two of our van breakdown and how our summer turned upside down. I last left you after Dylan and I had broken down on the side of the road in Canada. Well, we knew it'd be a few days before they could see us, so we decided to get a rental car and an Airbnb and head to Banff. We had a lot of exciting reservations that we wanted to do and didn't want to miss out on. Luckily, Dylan and I have set aside money for emergencies like these on the road, and it really comes in handy so that we could get a nice Airbnb with a couch and explore Banff while waiting for the news about our van.
Hey guys, not a great update. You want to tell them what's happening, Dill?
No.
Well, our transmission is ruined. Completely dead. So they called, or we called them. We didn't get a call. Yesterday was our appointment. We called. They said our transmission is completely ruined, which sucks. We have heard of other people that this happened to with the same van, around the same mileage. So yeah, they're ordering a new transmission. Obviously we need one. Like, we can't, the van is not drivable. There's no other option. We have to get a transmission. It's gonna cost about 10,000, a little more than 10,000 Canadian dollars, which is like 8,000, I think, US dollars, which is obviously a lot. It's a lot. But we have saved a lot of money over the past few years by living in the van and not paying DC rent and having jobs. So it sucks, but we've lived such a beautiful life. We've had the best time in the van, and so we're trying to stay positive because yes, it sucks, but there's nothing we can do about it. So anyways, what we're doing now is figuring out a plan for the next month. We've been searching for Airbnbs, trying to figure out if we have friends we can stay with, because we have to go to the States. We have this rental car. They're letting us come back on Sunday and like restarting the 5,000 kilometers that come with an unlimited mileage kind of thing, or kilometers. And so we're gonna take it to the US. We're staying with our friends for a week, and then we're gonna try and figure out an Airbnb somewhere, or staying at our friends' houses, or camping. We're gonna look into things and figure out what's next.
Dylan and I got right to planning what our next move was. We looked at Airbnbs and we actually found a fairly cheap one in Idaho for the whole month of August. So we booked it, and then we booked a rental car as well, which we knew we would need again for the entire month so that we could get around. Despite all these setbacks, Dylan and I were determined to still make this a wonderful summer and take advantage of all of the opportunities that we had. We got to see some of the most insane places in Banff and the surrounding Canadian Rockies area, and Dylan and I maintained a positive attitude the entire time, even when we got news that really brought us down.
We may have found out that our transmission died today, but we're also on the top of a mountain. So
There's lots of other mountains around to keep us company.
all right, everyone, Dylan and I are back in Kamloops because we are getting stuff from the van. Like we said, the transmission is kaput. So we're back in Kamloops. We're gonna get more stuff because we were probably gonna be away from our van for like 3 weeks at least. It's stressful a little bit. We found an Airbnb in Idaho City for a month for just $1,000. So that is where we will be for the month of August until our van is ready. And until then, we'll be hanging out with friends because one of my best friends is having a bachelorette this weekend in Bozeman, Montana. So luckily we have our housing covered until then. But yeah, it's been a little bit chaotic. We got a hotel last night because we were gonna sleep in the van in the parking lot in Kamloops, and it was 100 degrees out, and instead it was 100 degrees in our van, and there's a wildfire. So it just wasn't the move. Anyways, we're gonna go get our stuff, repack this rental car that we have for the next 3 weeks, and hope our van's fixed soon. Going through every single drawer of this van to make sure we have everything we could possibly need when we're gone. We bought this storage container to keep all of our dry goods so mice don't get in. Not that I think there will be mice, but just in case. So our food stays good while we're gone. We're bringing a lot of it with us, but some we're leaving behind. Bye, Vinny.
Sad.
Hopefully she recovers soon. Meanwhile, our rental car is
So once again, we packed up our entire life into a car and hit the road and headed back to the States. We decided to get an Airbnb in Idaho for numerous reasons. One, because we had a couple commitments that were back in the States around this area. Number two, it was the cheapest option we could find by a long shot. And number three, we had always dreamed of exploring more of the Sawtooth and surrounding areas. While some of our time in the Airbnb was spent exploring, there were actually wildfires in the area, so most of our time was spent relaxing on the bed, watching the Olympics, and of course, making numerous phone calls to the dealership.
Woo! Okay, Dylan and I called Ram today, and they said it's going to be 3 weeks until our transmission is there. And I was like, what? You said 2 to 3 weeks when we originally talked to you. It's gonna be another 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks, by the way. They're like, let me do a trace on I'll call you right back. Also, they really like us. They're like, you guys are the cutest couple, blah, blah, blah. So they love us there. Anyways, they call me back and then she's like, it just hasn't been updated. It arrived today. So our van is going to be ready either midweek or late next week. Sorry, midweek of next week or late next week. I am so thrilled. Oh my gosh, I just can't believe this is happening. We are pumped. We cannot wait to be back in our van, and this is the best news that we could get. So we'll keep you updated. All right, here's the update. Ram called us today, and they basically were like, we got your new transmission in, but we realized we don't have the lines. They have been shipped, but they haven't got there yet, or they don't know. So they're like, we're gonna see if the new transmission works with your old lines. We're gonna flush it to see if that works. But also your radiator looks like it is not doing well. And it's another with part and labor, it's another $1,000, which obviously is a lot, but we want our van to be in good shape. And they were like, if we can't say if you should or shouldn't do it, but I wouldn't drive up a hard mountain pass with the radiator looking like it does. And we were like, well, we do that all the time. So yeah, we probably should just deal with that right now, even though it sucks. We're really hopeful that the flush goes well, because then we don't have to deal with the fact that the lines aren't there. And the radiator, they said they can get and fix tomorrow. So that would mean it would be ready tomorrow. But the other case is that it's not ready tomorrow because they need to get the lines, and then I don't know, maybe we can ask them to trace the shipping, because I don't know why the shipping works differently than when you ship a package, but it's not as easy as tracking your package kind of thing. So yeah, basically we're in a state of limbo. We're really hopeful that things will be okay, but we just don't know. Best case scenario, our van is done tomorrow. Worst case scenario, our van is done who knows when. Okay, the latest update we just got is that it seems like our van is working, but there's no way to tell if it's actually working and everything is all in place and everything is good until the mechanic drives it. So we're supposed to call back in 2 hours to find out. But right now, Dylan and I are trying to figure out, should we go right now and start our drive to Canada? It's 13 hours away, and we're trying to backpack this weekend back here in Idaho. This might sound ridiculous to everyone, but we're wondering if we should just go there now and pick it up, or if we should wait here and just wait to hear what they say and then drive, or do we wait till after the weekend? But we've kind of put the pressure on them to get this done, so it would be kind of rude if we were oh, and actually we're gonna pick it up in next week when we really want to. And obviously we both just want the van back, so it's just a lot to think about. Okay, we've decided that we're not gonna go try and pick up our van until after the weekend. So they haven't, I don't know if they've driven it or anything, but hopefully early next week we will be reunited with the van and all will be well.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks, bye. Our van is done. And they did road testing and it all looks good and they're confident everything works and we're good to go for Monday. They said have a good time backpacking and they'll see us then.
If you missed our last video, we took you backpacking in the beautiful Sawtooth, and we managed to hike 8 miles, go for a dip, and get ready to hit the road all before 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Okay, so we just got done backpacking for the weekend. It was amazing. And now we are going to drive 14 hours to go pick up Vinny. She's already in Canada. We are in Stanley, Idaho right now. We have to drive back to Idaho City to our Airbnb, pick everything up. It's on our way. Maybe grab a milkshake one last time at the ice cream store under us, and then hit the road. And that's I think 12 hours from there, maybe 12 and a half, to our van. We'll see if we make it all the way tonight. Not sure about that, but see how far as we get. All right, we're getting everything out of the Airbnb. It's only taken a few trips because we did some pre-packing. Have a little food left to pack, and we're out. It's 8 p.m. Pacific time. We left the hike at 10 a.m. We are 4.5 hours away from Kamloops, about an hour and a half away from the Canada-US border, the one that's open for 24 hours. I'm feeling really good. Dylan, how are you feeling?
Pretty tired.
Yeah, Dylan's been tired the whole drive today, and I've been pretty up. I don't know why. That just happens sometimes, you know. We're ready to get to the van, and we'll see if we make it. Can't see me, but we made it into Canada. It's dark out. We've got 3 hours until we're in Kamloops, and then tomorrow we get the van. We got a hotel on Hotel Tonight, and we are pumped but tired. Time for bed. It's time to go get Vinny. How are you feeling?
Pumped!
All right, we just paid our massive bill for this transmission, and we are going to get our van. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. They cleaned her. Okay. Ah. She's on. Will she move? She will? Oh yeah. Ah! Oh my gosh. She's beautiful. She's pretty clean. No mice evidence. We're gonna unpack that rental car into here and return the rental car because we're back in our home.
Dylan and I were in such good moods after hitting the road. We could not believe that we were reunited with Vinny and that we would get another month in the van for the summer.
How's it feel to be back in your home?
Amazing. So good.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
wait to sleep.
Everything was going well for a couple of days. We drove through the Canadian Rockies, and we were so excited to get back on the road for another month in our van. But then the check engine light came on, and everything turned around once again. So stay tuned as we figure out what the heck is going on in the next part.